Der älteste Sohn des 1979 gestürzten Schahs von Iran, Reza Pahlavi, lebt seit seinem 17. Lebensjahr im Exil. Pahlavi, der sich auf einer Europatournee befindet, sagte Euronews, er wolle vom Westen Unterstützung beim Umsturz des Teheraner Regimes.
By further adding pressure on the regime by sanctioning the RGC and stating it as a terrorist organization could bring even more abilities to freeze their assets, which is certainly a big chunk, and also it will at the same time create an element that will make it even more likely for defections to occur. The bulk of the IRGC members are not benefiting from it financially. They are getting salaries, sometimes not enough to cope with. They even have to have a secondary job. How long can they sustain themselves in that package? If they think that the time has come for them to reconsider how long they want to stick with this regime as opposed to join with the people.
So assuming that the Islamic Republic falls, what would be the role that you would run for? Do you see yourself as the new Shah of Iran, as your father used to be?
It's not a matter of what position I end up with, nor am I running for any office. However, my role is very important in terms of the political capital that I enjoy, to bring as much solidarity on a common mission that drives us to manage the period of transition towards the formation of a constituent assembly, which is the only vehicle through which people's representatives will have to make all the decisions necessary in adopting a new constitution, debate the content of the future system, to be finally ratified by means of a referendum.
You know, it is said that one day in the past, the Western countries, actually fearing that Iran could become a superpower, pulled your father from the throne. Do you share this view?
We know one thing, from our domestic perspective, that Iran could have been a South Korea. Instead, it became a North Korea. In other words, we went backwards rather than forward. Is that conducive to more stability? No. Is Iran weakness something that has contributed to more safety or economic interest, or has actually been the reverse? Every arrow points to the direction that if that theory held true, the net result was no gain, but in fact a loss.
Does that also mean that the West should worry for the growing military cooperation between Iran and Russia right now?
Well, obviously, because when you have a regime that out of weakness is prepared to become somehow at the disposal or used by other players in the region, the net result is that this could become a threat to another perspective. Iran's cooperation right now with Russia is a clear indication that the regime is in fact trying to count on Russia's support for their own survival and is in that game assisting what Russia is doing right now in the Ukraine, for instance.